Philippians 4:11-13. The secret of contentment. The contentment Apostle Paul writes about isn't the kind that comes from a box of chocolate, a good book, or from having a good hair day. Often we can measure contentment by whether or not there is money in our bank account, whether there's food on our tables, peace in our relationships, or our church is going well. We might even consider ourselves content when our prayers are answered in one way or another. Or even better, when we hope for things that we know would happen. But what about when things aren't going well at home, at church, or anywhere else? There's no money, no food, no peace in the house. What about when our prayers are not answered as we hoped, or even in ways we hoped they wouldn't be? Contentment can be somewhat elusive in situations like that. The secret Apostle Paul learned, and that I encourage us to learn, is that contentment is not dependent on circumstances. It comes through the knowing of the indwelling power and personality of Christ. It's not just about you, but the kind of knowing of God that brings you together often with Him, comfortably, confidently, that allows you to come through believing God, that is, trusting Him, depending on Him for everything, in everything, at all times, no matter what. God often uses our individual circumstances to raise us to be men and women that He's called us to be, which includes being content. It's a process, like so much of God's work in our lives, not overnight, but over a lifetime. Through our life happenings, we're teachable. We learn the secret of contentment and obedience as well. So I pray for you today that you would be content in who God is, and that you will understand fully that what God is doing is for your good, and you will allow Him to do His work in you. Remember, Philippians 2:13 says that it is God that works in us both to will and to do of His good pleasure. We can do nothing of our own, and that is actually our comfort, that God wants the best for us. He gives His best to us. Have a wonderful day today, and don't forget, be content. God bless you.